And now it's time for the King's Corner Sports Sound Off.
What are college football players doing? What are they doing? Welcome back, everyone. This is another edition of the King's Corner Sports Sound Off through the King's Corner Sports podcast and King's Corner Sports blog. Head over to the blog, kingscornersfootball.com. You can check out all the new material I have over there. I just posted a weekend recap of NCAA football action, including the huge win for the Badgers. Wisconsin took down Michigan State, impressive style. And man, Bart Houston looking like a good guy to bench. Alex Hornibrook looking like a pretty stellar guy. I'm going to temper my expectations because I was in Madison as a student, a freshman, when everyone was so hyped up about this freshman come off the bench and save the season for us. His name? Joel Stave. So temper your expectations with Alex Hornibrook. Big game this weekend going into the Big House in Ann Arbor to take on Jim Harbaugh's Michigan Wolverines. I believe the Badgers move up to 8th in the country. Michigan is 4th in the country. We all know Ohio State had the week off this past weekend. They stay sit tight at number 2. So big couple weeks here for the Badgers. After they play Michigan, they get a week off. Much needed, of course. Couple weeks could be huge. 2 weeks to prepare for Ohio State to come to Camp Randall. That could be huge, that bye week. But that's not what I'm here to talk about, is it? I'm here to talk about these idiot college football players that are dropping the ball at the 1-yard line. Joe Mixon, he plays for Oklahoma. Heck of a player. Heck of a running back. He dropped the ball at the 1-yard line. Well, not that it really would have changed the game, but it might have against Ohio State. You can't make mistakes like that against Ohio State. You just can't. That's going to get you every single time. But, we'll see if, Bob Stoops, he doesn't strike me as the biggest disciplinarian in the world. So I guess it really doesn't surprise me, and maybe this is my Oklahoma State in me speaking. It doesn't really surprise me that an OU player would do this. Regardless, Ray McLeod, a couple weeks back, Clemson was playing Troy. He dropped it at the 1-yard line. My guess is that no other Clemson player will be doing that because Dabo Swinney is scary, right? And he does strike me as the ultimate disciplinarian. And my guess would be Ray McLeod is not going to drop anything else at the 1-yard line. I don't get it. Why don't you just carry it? Carry it to the back of the end zone. If this was me, and maybe this is just me, but I have a feeling a lot of people would do this. If I'm scoring a big touchdown, I'm taking it to the back of the end zone. I'm waiting for the ref to blow the whistle and put his arms in the air, and then I will give the ball to the referee or I'll drop it or whatever. I'd probably spike it. You know what? I'd be that guy that throws it into the stands and gets a 15-yard penalty. So maybe I'm just as stupid as these guys. Probably. Regardless, though, you're not even taunting. That's what gets me about this. You're not taunting. If you wait to get into the end zone and drop it, you're not showing up your other team. You're just risking not scoring a touchdown and potentially having a huge impact on the game like I think Joe Mixon did against Ohio State. That same night, a couple hours later, I was asleep because I'm getting older, I guess. I don't know. No, I just didn't want to watch the end of Cal, Texas. I thought Texas had it in the bag. Texas played so well against Notre Dame, which doesn't look like much of a quality win anymore. But regardless, Vic Enwiri, I believe his name is. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. But regardless, he's from Cal. He dropped the ball at the 1-yard line. Now, it took 2.5 seconds or 3 seconds, but a Texas guy was always sprinting at that ball. And what really makes me angry about this, and no bias here, Texas is coming to play at Oklahoma State this weekend. We don't like Texas, but this was garbage. This was, garbage on another level from the NCAA and their rules. I realize it's a slippery slope when you say, immediate recovery or recovery in the immediate aftermath or whatever the actual verbiage is on that. But when a Texas guy sees him drop it and he immediately sprints like towards the ball and picks it up, for me, that's immediate. It's not like a Texas guy who's like standing right next to it and looking down at it and, oh, yeah, I guess I'll pick it up. No, he was on that. So, like, I really don't get it. I don't get why Texas wasn't awarded the ball. I don't get why Texas didn't get the ball at their own 20 and have a shot to come down the field and tie the ball game. Because it was a 7-point ball game at the time, which, again, how stupid is this from the Cal player? Why do you drop it? Like, it's just, he should have. And part of me wanted Texas to just come back down the field and win that game. Like, first of all, I wanted the call to be right. But then, I wanted Texas to drive down and win the game. Because that's the only way you're ever going to teach these guys. But regardless, I think the NCAA got it wrong, and they gave it to Cal. They said it was not an immediate recovery. The recovery was clear, but not in the immediate aftermath or whatever. And so they gave Cal the ball at the 1-yard line. I think that's bogus because the ball rolled into the end zone. So I guess you can't you can't advance on a fumble or whatever. I know there's crazy rules about that stuff too. But I just don't I don't get it. If some NCAA football player can come to me and somehow describe to me what the purpose is of dropping the ball before you get into the end zone, I would love that. It just doesn't add up to me. But there's nothing else to say about this, really. There isn't. Because at the end of the day, if these players are so selfish and for whatever reason, whatever selfish reason, want to drop the ball, you can't fix that. And you're not going to be able to teach them not to. Because if it's truly that much about them, it's always going to be about them. Well, folks, that's all I got for you today. If you are watching this, make sure to check out my one on Danny Cannell. Apparently said that Aaron Rodgers is Jay Cutler with the Super Bowl ring. I debunk that statement in that sound off. Make sure you check it out. Also, like I said before, head over to facebook.com/kingscornersports. That'll take you to my Facebook page about the podcast and the blog. You can check out all my content. I share it all on there. And also, you can scroll over there, find the pictures, and then look at the logos that I've created. Vote for one of them. Like the page. As long as you do both. Regardless of if you vote for the winning logo or not. You're entered, and we'll have a drawing hopefully in middle of October, I'm hoping. But I'd like to get some votes in on these specific ones. There's one clear winner right now. That is the one that says Kings Corner Football with the full microphone. Seems to be a pretty popular one. I would say that was probably the one that I would have went with. But yeah, I mean, I want your guys' input. And whichever one you vote for, you'll be entered. We'll have a drawing, like I said, hopefully middle of October. And the winner will get the first edition. The first ever. Well, maybe I'll get one for myself. But maybe not. First ever Kings Corner Sports logo t-shirt. So make sure you do that. And then, yeah, when we have the drawing, we will be in touch with you if you win. And I'm super excited about it. So thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching this edition of the Kings Corner Sports Sound Off. And until we meet again, may the ball bounce your way.
This was a Kings Corner Sports production. If you liked this show, be sure to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss the latest and greatest news in the world of sports. Check out kingscornerfootball.com for more information. And remember, it's your sports in his corner.